counting us down.
He's counting us down, but he was about to engage in some Korean barbecue heresy.
I think he wanted to.
And he was like, you know what? It's not
what you're
safe to do with these men because they don't fuck around.
Yeah. I mean,
Ghost.
yeah.
All right, now, Amber Council. Obviously, Mayor Labors please you. We have a little bit of housekeeping to do here. Did you add some spooky Halloween lights?
Ooh.
Did you do this?
Well, you should have claimed credit for it because it does feel spooky and Halloween.
It's spooky as hell. Is this Josh's doing?
So can we get like the clapper for the? Oh, yeah, there we go.
Did you time that with the? Yeah. That was incredible.
All in.
Well, hey, listen. You know what? I was about to shame you. But I see now that we have a true ally in the booth.
That was great.
In the form of Ghostly Clockwork. Thank you so much, Piril. One more piece of housekeeping. Piril, I feel very confident when you are on the team. Thank you very much for accepting these enlisted invites from Mike and I. Nazis check in, but they do not check out. Any place our squad is working.
Oh, enlisted. I'm like, wait, what are we talking about here? It just took a second to register.
It is, quiet boy. Thank you so much. No,
I gotta get in on that game.
Listen, it ain't gonna cost you nothing. Now,
really?
Yeah.
It's free to play?
Yes.
What?
I don't know why. It's good. Yeah. Listen. Oh, sorry, I have to start over. This was smelling good.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
shit going on right now.
There is a lot of sensory data. Now, Jux, you picked exactly the right time. Watch this.
Yeah.
I'm about to move into the next phase. Hello. It is I, your internet friend, Jerriford K. Horcrims. And however it came to be, you have fallen ass backwards in Twitch's Halloween-themed brewing program, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by my friend, ally, and co-conspirator, Acquisitions Intoxicated brewmaster Eric J. Benson, Edge Benson, Notorious EJB, Azerbaijan. Ooh. Hello, Cooking Mom, don't worry. I can do the hello. Has this ever happened to you in the back? Did you already put all the info in for the beer?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Oh.
I
had a whole bit.
You did?
Well, it's going to be fine.
Oh, I can fuck it up.
Well, I guess that's true.
I can just blow it up. Yeah.
Now,
God damn, oh my God.
A couple days, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I got bewitched by this. Now, as you know, Amber Council, we aspire in all things to adhere to a sort of narrative arc drawn from the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell is sort of our North Star in this respect. What I would like to know is what we have going on in here, because first we're going to fill this vessel, and then we're going to taste the fruits of our previous labors, and then we're going to open boxes that we got from Voodoo Ranger.
Cool stuff.
We're going to go
a whole lot of
We're going to go through it. I feel like it's going to be pretty good times. Now, why does this smell so good?
Yeah, because it's going to taste fantastic.
But what's in there?
This is the beer is the mind killer recipe.
Oh, that's right. We're getting right to it. Yeah. I see. It's so crazy. Like we're finally sort of back brewing real time, basically. So this is our dune sort of melange spice themed.
But look at the color of the beer.
Oh yeah.
Like how perfect is that?
Did you see the new one?
No, and I've been so
This is it.
Yeah, this past week has been so brutal for me for work that I haven't had a chance to sit down and
pull it up on the thing.
Like I want to have that experience where I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm blocking off this time. I'm sitting in this chair. It's going to be an 80s Max Out commercial.
Exactly. It's going to be a Max Headroom scenario. I was watching it on the computer, and I was like, I got to a point in it, and I was just like, I'm actually doing this wrong. I don't mind watching movies on the computer. That's fine. But I got about halfway through and it's like, this is not, I'm going to watch this on a television.
Right.
It's been a very long time since I have watched a non-Pixar movie on television. That's like a family thing, right? The industrial design, there's a lot that's good about it. But all I'm saying is that I think that the color
is like perfect.
It's so good. Now, let's pull off this here. Oh, that's right. We went with a Saison, so we've got kind of a kinky yeast, right?
Right. So there's, actually not really. I mean, so in this one it's 8 pounds of two row. We have rye for the spice. and then a crystal to give it the color.
Yeah, but the crystal gives it the color, but
A little head retention, a little depth.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Deeper,
kind
sweet.
of sinking into the sand. But this is supposed to be about the spice.
But it is like,
Oh yeah. That's,
like this is a sack.
well, remember this was like 8% ABV.
Well, yeah, it's got to be, right? Oh man,
that's a sack.
this place. Look at this motherfucker. Right, so this whole thing,
That is a sand dune.
right? I mean, we are executing the Dune theme at every conceivable level here on today's program. Here, let me shift the sands, as it were.
Good.
I'm going to maintain this metaphor. I'm going to ride this thing
You
as
are
far as I
really
can.
on top of it today.
I'm going to go as far as I can. Well, listen, and just to indicate how on top of it I am.
You gotta figure out how to use the scale right.
Well, I'm stressed out. Right now, I'm stressed out. Let's see how it goes. Now, what kind of hopping are we talking about?
This was all Saz hops, right?
Oh, that's right. It's all like the classics, but it's for a
Spice,
much higher
herbal,
IBU
and
than you
dark
typically.
floral, yeah.
Right.
So now you get to use the scale
Right.
properly.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
So
the
turn it
on
on.
button, yeah.
Literally did not turn it on. So on my scale at home, you can believe this if you want. The tear button and the on button are the same button. Is that working?
I believe that.
All right.
Yeah, I believe that one.
Because that's, I mean, it is true.
I've got that same scale.
It has the benefit of being true. Now, so if I recall right, this uses a whole ounce.
Sorry, that's Evergreen. This is the other one. It uses a 1.25.
Oh, that's right. It's just over.
So that's why we need the scale. Just throwing it out there.
The one sack, it's free. Oh my God. Saws by itself, it's just broad, right? It has
every
the dank. It's
yeah.
all, it is like all of it.
But what's really cool is it's dark floral character.
Yeah.
And that it might be psychosomatic, but like I get dark floral, out of this, right? Like,
Well, there is. Yeah. It's a flower.
It's a deep floral.
It's a flower that has been hanging around with the wrong crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the situation here. All right, so 0.25 from our friends at BSG.
Look at that. It's a little bit over. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. We got
bang for a buck.
Exactly. Thanks, BSG.
Yeah.
BSG, not a sponsor of the show. Although, I mean, we're not. Yeah, we don't hate the idea.
Yeah.
It'd save us a lot. Get in there. No, I put too much in.
Close enough.
It's fine. All right. And then we're gonna jump out.
Blind Cleric he did, and it's kind of impressive. I mean, he's on the top of everything today.
Yeah, I'm on the leaderboard for
Right.
putting hops
Right. Like he's going to
Into
get a
a-
piece of the aggro crag later today.
into a bowl. Aggro crag, dude, you're reaching fucking back for that one. Shit. Even my kids know about the fucking aggro crag. I know, dude. But it's like, because they'll see these old game shows and it's like a communique from another world.
Yeah, and they're like, why would anybody do that? Do they love it?
They think it kicks ass. They think it kicks ass, dude. They're gonna be like, you know how, like Ready Player One, it's like a level of affection for the 80s that's like right on the edge of too much. My children feel that unironically for those things.
Wow.
That they inherited the culture of fandom, and they are a fan of that. Huh. It's fucking.
That's awesome.
It is
wild to see.
No, they like the old ways.
So have you caught the new Legends of the Hidden Temple? Is that out yet? I don't know if it's out yet.
No.
But I've
know it's
seen
coming.
advertisements, and I'm like, man.
But I'm saying they know, they have the data.
Yeah.
They have the data that's like, these motherfuckers can't get enough of this shit. All right. Here we go. All right, we done did it. I'm gonna grab this instrument and we're gonna place it o'er top.
Oh, all right. Is it working?
Of course it's working. I've mastered this, my craft. let's... Maybe.
Oh, it is out.
Well, there you go.
No kidding. We can watch this.
There you go. It's inspiring. I know that I'm inspired. All right. Let us begin anew.
Oh yeah.
Even now, the scanning has begun.
Yeah, I want, Blind Cleric, I want Legends of the Hidden Temple mixed with American Gladiators. Now there's the show. Double Dare? Yeah, absolutely. That's the intersection, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the midpoint.
Yeah.
That's the rhizome.
All right.
All right, here we go.
You only got one shot.
You have never, do not miss your chance to blow.
Oh, yeah.
Watch this. You ever seen this one?
Whoa!
You ever seen a motherfucker like this before?
Damn, all right.
Incredible. Game-changing interactions.
Wild.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you get this good?
Well, I had a great teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's good.
All right. Get on here. Fully installed. Is this the cleanest motherfucking...
I don't understand what's going on right now. Everything's working
I
today.
feel
Like
I feel like
something's up.
I always feel like
Somebody's watching me.
I knew you'd have my back there. Now, as if that were not invigorating enough,
Yeah.
it is now time to jump into the number of the yeast.
Before we get into that, actually, I want to talk about this.
You found Evergreen.
Yeah, so
You're gonna lay it on the altar here?
Yeah, this is why it's really cool, like to go to your
local shop.
Like I was at Micro Homebrew today, and I'm like, oh God, Evergreen, and I just read it, and I'm like, this sounds awesome.
Oh.
Pine resin mixed with orange and tangerine citrus.
Yes. Well, I like this distinction for sure.
Right.
We're not going to open it up.
No,
And the
well,
alpha,
I mean we can.
Well, no. I would rather put it to work. If we have a full ounce of this bad boy, we should try to put it to work.
Right. But
So
it's just
pine
fun.
resin.
Yeah.
Strong. This right here, this is not the type of language you typically get in a hop description. The pine must be fucked on this.
Oh, yeah.
If they're coming out and telling us that up front, what's interesting to me is that the alphas aren't crazy.
Well, it's not low either. I
Yeah.
mean, do we still have that?
It's sort of mid-range. Oh yeah, I got it right over here.
Like, let's just do a comparison.
Yeah. I'm saying that when we come in with the big
Right.
boys, it's usually like woohoo.
Yeah, it's like 13 or 14, right?
Right.
Like when you come in with this like citrus or
Exactly.
something, super large.
Yeah. A galaxy.
Yeah.
Something like that. But pine, orange, and tangerine. The mind does real.
Yeah,
I'm very interested
that's just
in
what's
this.
really cool when you go and visit a local shop and you're like, oh, this is new.
I mean,
Like,
it's the same thing.
Right.
It turns out, yes, it's super easy to get stuff.
Yeah.
Like now,
Right.
it is super easy to purchase things. They've
Right.
gotten that dialed in, but there are certain aspects, like there are certain, like a local Gunpla shop would be a great example, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like
We're all
it's
here.
peeing.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Like, that's an interesting.
No, it's okay.
Tune. Okay. Cool.
It's okay. I heard a peeing sound, and anytime one hears that, one does take note. Stop it. Get the catheter in there. But the main thing is like you go to the local Gunpla shop,
Yeah.
and it's just like, yeah, you can definitely go online and get this stuff.
Right.
But he loves it a lot.
Right. And it's like, okay, I like this Gunpla, but then can I get this attachment for it, right? Or this
Yeah,
upgrade?
what is this range? Or like, what show is that one
Yeah.
from? Or it's like, do you have like, I don't want like the God hand like for the fine stuff. Do you
Right.
have like the heavier God? And it's like the range will be in there,
Right.
and you can talk to an expert about
Right.
it. Like for me, that's the thing that I like. And the more specialized, like the more niche the hobby gets, access to those
Right.
mines, especially when you can just like go and come back. We do like it.
Yeah.
Now,
Anyways.
that being said, Evergreen, let's keep this in mind for today's travails. But beyond that, Mr.
So-
Benson, my understanding is that there's a number and also a yeast.
Yeah. Actually, to the letter, the number
Yeah,
of the yeast.
yeah, exactly.
I can't remember why we made this.
Well, because we like beer and we like an excuse to drink beer.
Yeah. And it had all the signs.
Yeah. Oh, Asmati Games, good to see you. Now, If anybody has, Takarash, so nice to see you. If anybody has a theory about why we might have made a beer called the number of the yeast. I mean, it's a hell thing. It's
Was it an Asmodeus thing? Was this the battle? This wasn't the battle.
was it the number of the yeast? Tasha is Tasha's cauldron.
Oh, cool.
Right here. Now, is it my task? Shall I go over and fill these vessels?
Sure, go for it.
All right.
No, there was. We played into something, and I can't remember. Maybe it was Tasha. I think Brian is just right, wasn't it?
Well, she's got that cauldron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right here. So we start against the side of the glass.
Yep.
And that's the classic technique.
Then you move into the middle, midway, because what that does is it actually releases a lot of the flavor.
Aerates.
Yeah.
If you will. Oh, love the flow on this. Good
Look at that pour.
God. Oh, here. Where is this bad boy? Can it be seen over there?
Over there.
Look at the color.
And this wasn't okay. I was about to say this wasn't high in ABV, but it's actually not. It's like 6.5.
Okay, so this is the standard.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. God, it sure smells big.
Whew. Do you guys make the comics? He does.
Oh man. Yeah, I do. This is my friend Eric. Eric makes the beers. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm still just thinking about the smell. So, can we throw the laptop up just so we can go over it before we?
Because there's a lot of cool stuff in here.
Yeah, I mean, Idaho and Tomahawk in here together.
For a stout, like that's a fucking novel combination.
Idaho in the stout. We'll see. I think that we wanted to get into the cauldron alchemical aspects.
Yeah.
Because Idaho is
Tropical fruit,
is
orange, apricot, and
fruit.
pine. Yeah.
So I can see Idaho being in like a blonde stout and like you're messing with someone.
Yeah.
But Idaho and Tomahawk that's a wild ride. Okay, what other sins did we commit here? Darkness had to be darkness.
Oh yeah, darkness.
And darkness yeast for dark
But
beers
think about
for
this:
sure.
Maris Otter's the base malt. So
Yep, so mega biscuit.
biscuity. Then
Rich.
we did crystal malt 120.
Yep.
Then some
Bring that color
special roast. This
south.
is toast and biscuit
Yeah.
max. right?
Exactly.
And then chocolate malt, which is going to give us a roasty and chocolatey character.
This is a very nice
I am
malt build.
delighted with
All right,
this.
are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Oh. Jesus Christ.
That's really fun. That is stupidly good.
That is so good. Okay, well, that's another winner, Amber Council. Holy fucking shit.
So that tomahawk was added right at the end, just for
it's just
flavor and aroma.
Well, and you know that, like something is happening over the top of this glass that is mixing with the. So what are the tomahawk notes exactly?
That's a good question. Let's hit that up.
I know it's a bad boy.
Tomahawk, hop,
There you go.
flavor.
Flavor.
Black pepper, licorice, curry, curry,
So
and
deep,
citrus.
earthy, earthy and herbal tastes.
Yeah.
And then subtle citrus, but that's not the type of fruit that you get from Idaho 7. Idaho 7 is on the tropical side.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, tropical fruit, apricot.
Right?
Yeah.
Stone fruits.
Oh.
In the Eldorado family. Are we sure this is 6 and a half?
Yeah, totally. Because I'm going to drink a lot of it today. and
Orion
it's going to get
Rogue.
fucking wild.
Orion Rogue, yeah, you want to be part of this. Just take a look. Go back on this very stream and get a load of this recipe and try it out. This is stunning. I think this is another festival winner.
It's not.
I think
it's darn near close.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you set this in front of somebody. Do you want to try a sip of this, Ghost?
Crimson Harvest, hey.
Yeah. Here, let me pull it for you. I am stunned by this. What a result, as they say.
Some home to my wife.
Oh yeah, I know that she's an enthusiast. Here.
It smells very nice.
Yes, yeah. So, but between all the earthy aromas from the tomahawk, and then the big coffee, like the coffee chocolate stuff.
Yeah.
Between the special.
Oh, that's true.
Between the special roast and the chocolate malt, it is the body on it. It's got thighs like what?
What?
Say it again. I can't. Yes, exactly right, Ryan Rogue. This is shocking.
Well, you know what's really great about it? The chocolate is just right, so it doesn't add too much roast to this.
No.
And I think too much roast would have detracted from
Absolutely,
like
the
all
hops.
the hops and all the other
Exactly
flavors that
right.
we're throwing in
It's
there.
the correct amount, right? It's present. It's part of it.
Yeah, and we really only used that. I mean, it was 7% of the build was the chocolate.
Yeah. Exactly right, Proto. Now, Tudor Grey. Yeah, I have not been out that way, but I know that Asheville actually has a pretty solid brewing scene.
Oh, really?
Yep.
In North Carolina?
That is my understanding. I'm familiar with it mostly because of the folk music also produced there.
There's a folk music scene there?
Yeah. It seems like it might be a cool place. Huh. But Tudor Grey, Feisty Crabman, thank you so much. Yeah, typically, so our device, Ghost, if you'd be so kind, as to show this newcomer our instrument.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. They call it the Portland of the East Coast.
Ah.
So
Really
take a look at our instrument,
I have to look up bands from there now. That's actually pretty neat.
Mr. Gray. So, pursuant to our task.
Man, look at the color already.
Pursuant to our task, as Twitch's definitive brewing program, you can see this ancient instrument here called the Pico Brew. Now, my understanding is that inside this device is Raspberry Pi or something.
A wizard?
Yeah, exactly. An alchemist. No, my understanding is that at least initially it was a manifestation of like a Raspberry Pi
Is it
type.
really?
Yeah, I think
That's fucking
so.
brilliant.
And then, of course, once they got to a certain
time,
point,
yeah.
then it gets boiled down to a specific piece of hardware that they can do it, right? But the takeaway is that this is fully programmable, but it only produces 3 to 5 gallons at max.
Yeah.
You can't really do 5 gallons of beer. You can do 5 gallons of coffee.
Yeah, but
You can do cold brew in it as well.
The thing you got to think about is okay, so it only makes 2.5 gallons. Well, the new one you could stack and you could make more. Different subject.
Yeah, it's like a rack mount type
But
system.
for the ease of what you're doing,
Yeah.
a 2.5 gallon beer is 100% acceptable because all you're doing
Yeah.
is literally pouring the stuff in and pressing play.
Yeah, it's a pilot. It's best thought of as a pilot system,
Right.
but for the home brewer, the enthusiast, beer twins.
Yeah, you make world class beers, and you don't have to set up 8 hours worth of equipment, right?
Right.
You don't have to
In a
do
warehouse.
which is also very fun.
Yeah. It's also cool.
Yeah.
We get it. But yeah, Cookie Mom says I make cold brew with mine on the regular. Exactly.
Right.
You can. It was crazy. Do you remember that stuff?
Weren't you
Ghost?
flying off the walls?
Nuts.
Moomin, hey, what's up, dude? It was a drug. That was the spice melange. We set it up out.
Yeah.
Because remember, for a while we had it set up out there. Because I didn't actually understand what was going on. Like when you make cold brew.
Yeah.
First of all, cold brew. Obviously, there's traditional systems that are like big drips.
I
with
want that
coils.
Japanese cold brew drip. That is my number one.
Yeah.
If you want to get me something for Christmas, that's
the
what I'm
one.
looking for. I want this thing 9 feet high.
Yeah, I want something I can worship
Yeah.
that also makes coffee.
Yeah.
Something in the monolith space.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
the main takeaway is that such instruments, obviously they're very cool, but cold brew can be produced a little bit north of 100 degrees, then you chill it. I'm just saying as a range, cold brew is simply coffee that's brewed not at the boiling
Right.
hot, but even below that, it can still be hot and still be cold brew as a served drink, which I didn't understand.
Okay.
And then I thought, in terms of beer gas, like on the nitro tank, I thought that was, I didn't know that whatever you were nitrogenating or whatever, right? Whatever you were gassing up, right. I thought it was purely about a higher pressure push and then the novel head that exists on that type of tap.
Yeah.
No, it's just like the CO2. It actually needs to sit in there and rest and be ready to go.
Right.
I just didn't understand that it was actually like pushing gas into it.
Into the physical liquid.
I thought it was a mechanical process, like a beer engine.
Like a beer engine. Yeah.
It is not. You need to do that the whole time. But holy shit, like that stuff. I took.
That stuff was great.
I got some of it. And I was like, I drink coffee every day. Like, we're both home roasters. Like, that's a normal part of my life. This fucking shit, it casts the mind beyond. It seizes the mind, and the mind journeys for a time. And then it returns, and you feel hot. You feel afraid.
Jesus.
But those moments of awareness, those
totally worth it.
Those moments of awareness. Oh, here, no. So Zaga. Oh, because you actually pulled it off.
Oh.
Because when it was right out, it was basically right out inside in front of Buellen's office.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you gonna? Yeah. Crimson. I mean, it might have been dab adjacent.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you that it fucked me up bad. It reminded me of the one time. So I used to play at Java Junkies. My band used to play there sometimes.
Okay.
And they didn't like pay in the classic sense.
Yeah, they paid in coffee.
And scones. So, but hold on.
That's the
upmarket pastries.
That's the sweetener.
And now we're talking. And so, yes. So you would do a show there, and then they'd be like, "Hey, you can order any coffee drink you want." And I was like, "I would like a mocha with 16 shots." Because that was the payment.
Man, I thought I was bad when I was doing like quad and double quad espressos. But when you do,
I saw shit.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not even making a joke. I went back home after that show, right?
Yeah.
And I lied down like in the crook of this futon, and there was a girl that I had a crush on at the time, and she came to me. And then she...
Spirit form or like
God
she was
only
here?
knows.
She was actually in the room.
I don't know. And then she gave me a magic card. And then when I reached out to brush an errant hair from her face and I could physically feel it, that's when it startled me out of the vision. Like 16 shots of coffee is no joke.
Was it at least a good magic card?
I think it was just a land.
Oh, fuck that then.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's some bull.
Jack, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah, I got high as fuck off of fucking coffee for some reason. Anyway, long story short, quad damage. Long story short. Yeah, it wasn't even foil.
Yeah.
Oh, here, no, Voodoo Ranger
Ranger
official. It should be established.
Yeah, we gotta, like, look at this.
We got some,
Hold on, you got that knife?
Here, I have a couple blades.
Chow! Look at that.
Here, I have a couple blades.
We walked into the studio today and I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna open this up.
Voodoo First Taste. Exclusive first taste.
Yeah. No, if you're in a budget meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Here, thank you for popping by anyway. Oh, you have the blade here. So go in there. The Chris knife?
Yeah, I just want to, I mean, this looks like it's fun to do.
No, just jump in there. So
that.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for sending it. I mean, I super appreciate it. Somebody was asking for games, like game and beer pairings.
Oh, we can do it.
And I always recommend 1554. But now, these days...
Oh, look at this.
Okay.
What?
So it's more of the...
There's a power glove. I didn't even notice that.
You nerds.
Look, how cool is that?
You fucking nerds.
Thanks.
Here. So, yes, obviously they sent this to me. This is not a sponsored stream in the classic sense, but I will drink beer.
Wait, the future is here. The future of IPAs is
we
with
can
the
show the whole thing.
bionic blend of Lotus and Strata. What?
Lotus and Strata, dude. I have been. There is a fresh hop Strata out of Lucky Envelope.
Get the glasses. Get the glasses.
It's happening. It's happening.
I am psyched.
Here you go.
God, who does their art? Yeah, check out the power.
Oh, the art's on the other side. Here you go. Here, so Voodoo Ranger. So, like I say, you know, the earliest stuff out of New Belgium
Was amazing.
Well, yeah, but they specifically, you know, the market is really about addressing the IPA enthusiast. There's a lot of it. And so it was like 1554, and then like obviously the classic Fat Tire.
Yep.
There was a lot of really interesting stuff that they were doing back then. And then when they went for IPAs, they went fucking ham.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I think is really cool, that they had their flagships and then they said, okay, we're going to branch out and we're going to really try this and expand on this idea.
Yeah. I was just going to say, so I've had a ton of Strata.
Look at this is a beautiful beer.
This is classy. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, Delgo, start listening.
Or can I put this over here to get a closer view of this one, Ghostly? Is that?
Sure.
Was the camera somewhere? Am I?
You got it right there.
So.
That's not it. There we go. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at that. Look at how that is gorgeous.
It is really classy. Like the filtered, it looks right. It's appealing. We like the head. We feel like the retention is there. Now, but what you will note on the Strata tip is it's a lot of, it's like rich earth.
Oh yeah,
That's the main pull. But I have never once heard of Lotus. I did not know that was a type. Orange and vanilla.
with candied grape and tropical fruit aromas.
What do you mean orange and vanilla?
Voodoo, you just hit my fucking favorite. This is gonna be like an orange-sicle. Like,
Candied grape?
what?
Here. Let's jump in there. Oh, see, but I was just gonna say, so this can't be stressed enough to the people, right? So hops are still being. There is.
Oh yeah.
It's like tulipomania.
Right.
Right. Hop breeding. Like beer is a big deal.
Right.
Hop breeding is still happening.
And
new hops are still
like,
being invented.
There are still like new hop growers that are coming up,
Well, exactly.
right?
But it's also like, it's essentially a pea vine. They will grow like weeds. This is a plant that wants you to crossbreed it.
Right.
Right?
Oh, that's delicious.
Wow. Oh, I see. Is Raiders? Well, obviously, welcome Raiders. It's a great pleasure, Saus. Nice to see you. And JD, I see you in there as well. Now, hang on a second. This one is pretty. Yeah, Pop Culture Police. I think that it has a sweeter. The bitterness is not a huge part of this beer.
No,
no. This is about the mid-range.
No, this is about the flavor of an IPA, right?
Yeah.
Like this is not about bittering hops. This is about.
No, it's about the mid-range and mouthfeel, right? Smell it.
Oh, I have been. It's freaking great.
Yeah, I mean, I think it smells like a candy too.
God, I want to.
You can fuck with it. Anyway, it was very, very nice of you to send this to us, and I'm really glad that it is also good, because it would have been a very complicated.
Yeah.
It would have been a very complicated social environment if you had sent me a present and it was bad. This is like when your friend is like, "Oh, you got to listen to my band," and it's like, I don't.
Oh no, man.
I don't actually.
Do I have to get that spot a SoundCloud like list? Like
I don't want to. Oh my God! See, I mean, I'm from the days when like someone would give you like a tape. Now I'm sure it's just a SoundCloud link, and you gotta, and they know if you win.
But it was a tape, and then it was like a Winamp mix. Remember Winamp, right?
Winamp skins.
Yeah.
I had the PA skin. Oh yeah.
Did you make a PA skin?
No,
for
I didn't. I have no idea how to do that, but it's very, very good. Now, So this is actually really good. Because there's some really big IPAs. Like some of their IPAs on the Voodoo Ranger line are really vast.
Here's what you have to understand.
And this is just tasty.
What they accomplished with this beer, this is an 8% beer. It drinks
I wouldn't have guessed it unless I saw
it. Like a 4% beer, because it's so light in body and flavor, but the flavor hits you, and the aroma from the
There's a very good trick.
Hops.
There's a very good trick happening. I think the main thing is that the mid-range in the flavor profile is big enough that you're not really thinking about you aren't thinking about the payload.
No.
I was shocked to see
I'll
give you that.
Yeah, this is delightfully light.
Oh boy, yes, it is deeply sneaky ABV for sure. Voodoo Ranger.
We need we just need to take a trip to the brewery and
listen. We need to
kind of be like, hey guys, we really want to talk.
We need to mesh our peoples.
Yeah.
So anytime, obviously, open standing invitation. Anytime you want to come out. I mean, you have been here before.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to come back out, mess around, put something together, try some of the stuff the channel and we have made, please. The Dunkels, yes. Now you are
talking my.
You are in the right state of mind there. I think so. Well, here, now that we have done this, what a successful day so far. I feel like this is a number of the yeast is ready to win us a trophy.
Yeah.
Our friends, obviously at New Belgium, have sent us like a beer present.
Treasure trove
with
of
vanilla and candied grape flavors.
Like that's.
Well, and now we have nothing to do except top our very best with the help of the channel. We have to create. I'm sorry. That's what's up. Hopefully one of these beers will help me see far enough into the future to defeat Kiko.
Yeah, Voodoo, it would be really cool for Josh to bring our Twitch backpack and we just go to all the different breweries with you guys.
We just show it.
Yeah, that'd be a really fun stream.
Do it as a trip.
Yeah.
All right.
Macro, the last beer we made was a Dune beer that's brewing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Beer is the mind killer.
Mind killer. And it is looking exactly right. So Marco, so let's see, maybe 2 weeks from now, we'll be able to jump into the Dune beer Mind Killer, maybe.
Give it a rest, man.
I guess that's true. That's true.
3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah. See, so the Ranger spent time in Ballard. Dude, you can't. Look,
fuck,
you
man.
can't.
Listen, yeah.
Dude, you have to talk. You have to talk to us.
Right. Like we have a specific tour that we write on.
That's my neighborhood.
Yeah.
You can't just come to my town and then just go wherever the fuck you listen. You missed some stuff, kid. You missed some stuff. Let's just start going into it. I'm not even talking about the beer. Did you go to Hotcakes?
Ooh.
Probably not. Did you go to Salt and Straw? I'm thinking
Maybe.
not. Did you have 3 desserts in one night? Did you go to Full Tilt and play with the pinball machines?
While eating ice cream?
Next time.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Super Magic Box. Are you saying the beer gives out chocolates and Nat Sherman like cigars with the cocktails?
Oh, okay. It could be.
Wait. Oh, he did.
Right? Okay, all right, here. If you went to Full Tilt, I'm gonna stop hyperventilating.
Okay,
you have to understand, we have been there.
You went to Full Tilt and you didn't get any ice cream?
Oh, you might have been out. Maybe they were late. Well, listen, hopefully you played Addams Family at least.
Love that.
Anyway, please tell me that next time you roll through, get a hold of us. This is what we love. Next time you roll through, get a hold of us.
Yeah.
Let us take you on
the trip.
I mean, it's not like, I don't think it's official. I don't think it's marked out anywhere.
I think it should be.
It should be. There is a block. We were there when there was one brewery on this block. And then nowadays there's 4 breweries and 1 tap house.
Yeah.
All right, Tio.
Thank you for the sub.
Thank you so much.
23 months.
I was just going to say, obviously Stream is going to offer incredible backend as well. Now.
Yeah, Obek, I can't talk enough about Obeck, Lucky Envelope.
Yeah, Obeck is very special.
We stumbled in there one night when we were writing C-Team, and we're like, okay, let's try this out. Nobody was there, and they had amazing. I mean, their whole thing is Czech beers.
Well, yeah, and I'm familiar with the classic like Pilsner styles, but it's the actual brewing tradition has got really neat stuff. It's all subtle and great, but it's way broader.
But then when we went like back a month later to do more writing, we couldn't get in the place.
It was chock-a-block, man.
So if you get a chance to go to Obeck and get in, do it. It's a great place in Ballard.
No, it's exquisite. Yeah, Obeck Pils, exactly right. Well, obviously, this is something that we can, Magic 8 Ball, thank you so much. This is something we can extend, on the tweeter, you're rolling through, what's the worst that could happen? We're too busy, we can't do it for a specific thing. Just get a hold of us. We want to drink anyway. We'll take even the barest hint of an excuse. We can show you some...
It doesn't take much, does it?
No. We can show you some of the basic stuff. We can take the walk that, historically we have always taken, when we were doing writing on the C team. Something to consider. Now, all right, so I think I have this. Let me see if my poll works.
Oh, is this from you can pull in the last poll?
You never know. Okay.
Yeah, Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you had the poll from last time, the beers that we didn't choose.
Yeah, it's like jazz. It's the beers that you don't choose. You know what I mean? Oh, do you see these villains?
Yeah, and Josh isn't even here.
Yeah, they're not even here, but Josh has trained them.
And don't you fucking do it, Ghostly. Don't you fucking do it.
What? It's like Ozymandias? I voted 2 hours ago. All right. You wicked creatures. Watch this. Ha! Ha! Manufacturing consent. Now, let's jump in there full hog.
Okay. So where do we want? Do we want to continue down our Dune path? Do we want to do Harkonians?
We certainly
Atreides?
could. We certainly could. Let's give them some options.
Okay.
And then they will hook us up.
So let's just say Dune to start, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's another cool?
More Dune.
More Dune. Let's give them a D&D thing that we can go with. Did we ever make... Oh, we did. Never mind.
Which?
I was going to say, did we ever do a Tiamat thing and we did a string of them?
Dude, it's crazier than that.
Yeah.
We did the fucking taster tray.
Yeah, I know.
Like the ultimate expression.
Then it went through. Like, man, Vanderam, Wheel of Time, I am so excited for that show to come out. You have no idea.
Which one?
The Wheel of Time series.
I've never read it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I've never read it once.
This is like you discovering I never read the the Chronicles of Amber.
Yeah. Which I think is really neat.
Right.
But I saw that first book and it was like this big and I was like, shit.
Yeah, and it's delightful.
Well, I'm not even saying that it's not. I'm saying that I saw it and I was like, I mean, that's
intimidating you?
That's one thing I could do. You know what I mean? Like I was like, there's a couple different things I could do. That's one thing. It's like a porterhouse. You know what I mean? But like made out of words.
It's like The Great Outdoors. Remember that scene where he has to eat 80 ounces of steak? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The Emperor of Man. Wheel of Time. Peril. Listen. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But yeah, but I'm saying when you see a trailer, when you saw the trailer, were you like,
oh yeah.
It felt right? Okay, good.
I was like, this is great. I mean,
that's
granted,
amazing.
I'm like jazzed whenever we get a fantasy trailer because we just don't get enough fantasy.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not hard to please me.
When was the last time you saw Lady Hawk?
Good movie.
Ages ago?
It is fucking killer.
When was the last time you watched Willow?
Oh my gosh.
I watch that. I do that yearly.
A month.
At least.
No, dude, in my house, Willow is a founding document.
Yeah.
Like, we showed it to the kids when they were way too young. Like, they couldn't...
They're way too young for that? Like, is it just the baby, killing thing?
No. Obviously, these fucking wargs. Ugh. But, they just didn't... Like, we showed it to them when they could not possibly comprehend it.
Okay.
But no, I can't, the baby. Yeah. It's so good. Willow fucking... Mwah.
Yeah.
Mwah.
No shit.
I guess it's going to be a series?
What?
Yeah. Dude, come on, dude. Laura Dannon growing up.
I'm 100% behind it.
Kidding?
It's amazing. I just didn't know about it.
It's all redheads in my house. Right? They're like finally a movie for us.
Yeah. It's great. I did not know they were coming out with a series. Well, my day's made. How about everybody else?
Yeah. No, Lady Hawk is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Lady Hawk is, it's just a legitimate fantasy movie. Like, obviously there's a romance aspect.
When did it come out?
A million years ago.
Exactly.
No, but
that's my point. Like, we don't get enough fantasy, right?
And I'm saying, like, I think that it is actually, like, really legitimate as a fantasy film. And I think that it's sort of like over here. You got like these other fantasy movies that people sort of like get, and they're like, okay. And it's like, we got a little sci-fantasy, we're doing this shit over here.
Well, yeah,
There's Barbarella, obviously, it gets
you got
sensual.
like sword and sorcerer, right? Like the guy's firing swords from
What
his sword.
What I am saying is that Lady Hawk actually feels like
genuine.
It feels like legitimate fantasy. It's well executed. The performances are moi. There we go. Yeah, I know it seems very romancy. What I'm telling you is that it is real fantasy and it needs to be recognized. Recognized. What about Krull? Okay, now I haven't seen Krull. I haven't seen it. All I know about Krull is that there's, I don't know anything about Krull. There's some kind of a thing. It's a sharp. It's a sharp throwaway thing. It's a sharp thing.
We're starting movie night in in 2022. It's movie night. I've got like a fucking list a mile long of movies. Krull? You haven't seen Krull?
Well, my understanding is that there's a sharp thing. Am I right on that? It's like, is that true?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is the only other thing I know about Krull. I mean, literally the only other thing I know. I didn't know that.
Awesome. Great.
No. So, do they actually have to get the different parts of it?
No.
Oh, see, I thought the movie was about getting the different parts of a sharp thing. Is that not correct?
No, but he has to go and find it. And he's the chosen one. It's a hero's journey.
I thought it was in pieces. Is that not true?
No, that's not true.
Oh, why do I think that?
I have
don't know
no
anything
idea.
about Krull. Anyway, keep in mind. But it's baller?
Yes.
I mean, that's kick-ass.
Like
it seems like sci-fantasy. Is that basically right?
It is sci-fantasy. And it's just fun 80s sci-fantasy.
I'm into it.
Yeah,
S&M Sean Connery, is that Barbarella?
Zardoz.
So no, Zardoz, yes, it's
Zardoz,
Zardoz. Brenna showed me Barbarella and Zardoz like at the same time. Ice Pirates double set. Mystical Switchblade Frisbee. Yes, exactly
That's
right. The
essentially
Space
it, yeah.
Devil. Yeah, 5 stars.
Yeah. God, yeah, we need to start doing movie night. I've got a fucking list of them.
Okay.
You haven't even seen Point Break, so
Jerry.
Is that about a surfing policeman?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk. Okay, let's have a couple seconds here and talk about Point Break.
Yeah.
Do you know what Fast and Furious is? Have you ever watched the first Fast and Furious?
I haven't seen a single Fast and Furious movie.
Okay. Well, and for the crowd, if you ever go back and watch Point Break and then Fast and Furious 1 back to back, they literally stole every scene.
Like it's like a remake?
It is it's not even a remake. It's literally scene by scene the same movie.
Well, I was just gonna say. So, Andy completely agrees with you.
Yeah. It's literally scene by scene the same movie. But every quote. God, there are like a million quotes that you use that are from Point Break and you haven't seen Point Break.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand. I had never seen The Sandlot. We saw it like 2 weeks ago. It is fucking baller. Because sometimes I kill you, Smalls. Sometimes because I'm just who I am, and you're like killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I had no idea why this was being said. I just knew that I had to stop doing whatever I was doing at that time. Listen. I get busy. You know, I do stuff. I mean, I'll be very frank with you. When I was 18, shit was happening.
All right, movie night 2022 starting.
Movie night. Yeah. Now. So Andy, do you think Andy is functionally correct? Do you think that Fast and the Furious is Vin Diesel leveling up?
Pretty much. Have you? God.
Sandlot is not the Erector Set movie, you mutant.
It sort of is.
Well, I guess you're right. There is a sensual erector set scene. Yes,
Is there?
that's true.
In Sandlot?
That's
Oh,
not.
yeah, with the ball.
That
Oh, yeah,
isn't-
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
that
yeah.
wasn't my focus. I see now. You were not a mutant. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
You know, that was a great scene when they had that like.
Yeah. I'm with you, Jerry. My pop culture education has been trash as well.
Rich, you
My
haven't seen the
childhood cult.
Goonies?
This is a big part of it.
Yeah, I think that's
The cult part of it, like the idea that the world, like, and I'm not making this term up, like the world being a diseased, evil place, and that really gating like what sorts of content could come into the house.
Oh yeah.
It isn't like we never saw movies, but
No,
it's like
but
we
there was
saw,
there was a specific level that you couldn't, or a line you couldn't cross, right?
Yeah. The weird. Yeah, exactly right, Marco. It's like that's the IP.
Wild. Yeah.
When your boss calls you a mutant for getting a pop culture reference wrong that you're actually right about, that's where I'm like, yeah. I mean, it is. I see that. Anyway, yeah. God, how many of us grew up in this context, and that explains a lot about us. We need more themes.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
More Dune. Let's see.
God, I'd love to go into a Point Break, but you haven't seen it, so.
Well, I mean, but maybe this is my introduction to the rich
not gonna happen until you
franchise.
see it. You got to watch it. Gary, do you see fucking Jesus ever?
Otto, thank you so much.
you.
I think it's pronounced Bussy. I mean, I don't know.
Foxy?
Bussy. De Bussy.
I would do a Point Break RPG, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. God, we could do that. No, I've seen
Jerry's seen Hot
I've
Fuzz.
seen Hot Fuzz. It was
Yeah,
much later.
that's
No,
like-
this is the thing. When,
you're beyond your point.
when I was a kid,
Yeah, you can choose now.
yeah, and it's like, and I did rebel, but I just didn't end up seeing all the movies.
I wouldn't mind trying a pumpkin beer.
You know what? Pumpkin beer.
Yeah,
They're still super easy to get.
we're close enough.
That's not really
it's
a Halloween
still-
thing. It's a harvest thing.
Or do we want to go into a fall like a spice beer? Mm-hmm. And like not a Dune spiced beer, like
Yeah.
Like
not
an
the
actual-
spice melange.
yeah, like let's talk about a real spiced
Yeah.
beer.
Let's just give him these so we can get started. Because we got to give it over to our boy.
Yeah,
Whoa. What is all this?
Theo.
No.
Who
Trin
started?
Tyga gifting subs.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Great gift.
Thank you so much. A very thoughtful gift. Very seasonal. Insufferable Scotsman, feisty crabman, that old villain, somehow recognized by your benevolence. Ryle Grimrick, of course. We love to see it. Oh, yeah. Malchondrian, that's the funny thing. I've talked about it a little.
Alternate Flux, thanks for the sub.
Absolutely. But I've talked about it a little bit from before. But there was a kid like on our block that like their family had like HBO and Showtime. And so they had this crazy ass VHS movie library.
Because they record it all?
Yeah. And so the first, I had borrowed some other movie from him, but because Aliens is so long, a whole movie can sit at the beginning of this, like an hour and 20-minute movie, and then the rest of it was just Aliens. Like that's how I saw Aliens. For the first, like, I was a huge fan for the first 10 years or so of my fandom. I never saw the first part of Aliens. I only saw like everything basically just after when they finally go down into the hive.
I think that speaks volumes to how good of a franchise it is.
It still
right?
worked.
Yeah.
It still worked. But I mean, so for me, the first time I'd ever really seen a lot of the beginning stuff was during that director's cut with the.
Oh, no
with the
kidding.
Century
Yeah.
and stuff. All right. Hey, so they want more Dune for now, and we can give it to them. So we just need a few Dune themes.
Okay, so,
Right, so we got some houses.
Atreides, Harkonian.
Yep,
Do we want to
Sarkar.
do the Bene Gesserit? Like, is that 2 out there?
No.
The fermentation? Great.
Yeah. So between these three themes, I think we got something good. Well, yeah, because they got their weird. There's all kinds of good stuff that's going to happen here.
I know what you drank next summer.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I was quite surprised when I started watching Dune to see part 1 come up underneath it. That was not a part of the marketing at all.
When I heard that about the movie, I was like, that makes me feel so good.
For the fan, that's a comfort.
Yeah.
But for anybody else, it's like, they're like, oh, I'm getting half of a film.
Well, it's like the same thing.
It's quite common now. They did this for fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, but the Lord of the Rings, when that came out, nobody thought, like, or if you weren't a fan, like, you didn't think it was going to get cut up into 3 movies, right?
For Hobbit?
No, the Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Like the original Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people were like, what? They were clapping, but they were like, wait, what?
Oh,
like
yeah.
in the theater?
Well, I'll tell you, The Two Towers ends kind of rough. That one ends rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so for Hobbit, shorter book, 3 movies.
Yeah, but they put a lot of the similar early on in there. And
Yep. There's a lot of your appendices end up like on the main screen, which I don't hate.
I love it. Yeah.
I don't hate.
There's a documentary on the making of that movie and like how it all went to shit. And how Peter Jackson had to come in and do all this stuff on the fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real good.
He kind of popped in there and they want the Bene Gesserit. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
God, so what are we talking about with this kind
Box?
Yeah.
Gamjabar?
Yeah. God, so what would? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Painbox, Gamjabar. These are both excellent Bene Gesserit themes. Ooh, the voice.
Oh, that's cool.
Gusco.
Coming in.
Yeah, this we might have to take 2 EPs for this bad boy, and I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Here, so take a look at these options, Gathered Throng. I think the voice is really cool in the movie. You will
I haven't
love it.
seen it.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you already know about it. It's not like a spoiler.
Yeah. It's weird. Like,
But what it would be like to experience it comes across.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Like, we've come so far in movie making, right? Since the original '80s movie, that like you now can experience kind of what you originally would want.
Yeah. The Lynch one. I mean, I don't even hate.
I don't hate the Lynch one. Yeah.
But it's definitely a collaboration with like a genius filmmaker.
Right.
And the end result is commingled between these visions. Right. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's okay. I mean, I saw Jodorowsky's Dune. That's even fucking crazier.
Yeah.
Right? But this one it loves the source material enough to adjust it occasionally. But there's a lot of reverence in it also.
I think the voice is crushing this one.
Well, the voice is really interesting. For sure.
What does it translate into a style?
Well, this is what we're talking about. I think it's very, very interesting. Now, the voice obviously won. Let's go ahead and move to the next phase here. Now. Oh, it's very, very good. The Dune is very, very good. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something like I wonder if there's an overlap in some ways, but in the voice between, like the Bene Gesserit use of the voice and the neurolinguistic programming in Snow Crash.
Ooh.
Right? Is that right? I mean, ultimately we're talking.
Weird explanation.
Ultimately, we're talking about some of the same overlaps, right? Not the voice with Christina Aguilera. T.O. Is the poll? Oh, Andy, if you are new to the stream, goodness gracious, welcome aboard. We're overjoyed to have you. No, the pole is not a new toy. The pole is, in fact, an ancient toy that Eric and I, we got this tool from Josh. It's a publicly available tool, pole.ma.pe. But Eric and I have used it for a bunch of different things. On this, we use it to let the chat determine what the ingredients are. It has basically succeeded almost every time over the multiple years we've done the product, right? It really has worked and made great stuff again and again.
Yeah.
But we've also used it for wargaming to give the chat a chance to interject and put strange monsters on the board and create things that we have to contend with. Like it's a blast. We love this tool. All right, so styles for the voice.
God, what?
I mean, obviously, it has power, but it's a subtle power, right?
Right. Huh.
And it's a strange power.
Okay, so I like the thought of a ghost.
See, I was like, is that too much? No. Obviously, Goza is right there. Goza, a tart, citrus inflected, mild beer, but we can make it strange.
Right.
Right? Love Goza. Did Eric kill any of Kiko's ships?
No, not at all.
No,
I didn't even get close.
Kiko's ships are really, really tough. Today, I'm trying a different configuration.
Yeah,
all new weapons,
I'm excited.
All new weapons.
Like, I'm literally excited for this stream just so we can go back to back and
well, because
try
I
new
softened.
weapons.
Exactly right. Now I softened my close range and I gave myself some mid range. When I was talking to Kiko over the weekend, I'm like, I wonder if I should just emphasize close range, just get more dice up close. Like, get about twice as many dice with my configurations, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, so Goza. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. No. So there are sours, but Gozas aren't really sours. They're just tart, right? It's almost like a yogurt tartness. It isn't like a regular fully soured type beer. And the rest of the flavor profiles.
What do you think about a wheat beer on this one? Like, it speaks to everyone, right? Like, it can control everybody.
And it's
right?
also the main thing that distinguishes a wheat beer is its structure.
Right.
Right? I think a wheat beer would be great.
I think it's kind of neat because it can influence people.
It's strong.
Right? Like,
It is actually a very strong taste.
Yeah.
And so if we can bolster that and sweeten it in some way, it might be really, really neat. Chainsaw Kraken, a pleasure. Licorice, yeah. I mean, I can see an anise or licorice, something strange. I think those are great. I mean, between Goza and wheat beer, we're doing pretty good.
You think so?
Yeah, you know what? You could also do, if we're trying to go strange, we could go with a lambic on this too.
I don't like lambic on it.
I respect that.
I like something more like
like
a Belgian because it's got complexity.
It's kinky.
Right.
It's weird. The main thing is that it has to be weird.
So how about like a Belgian pale ale?
Yeah.
Like, you don't
That's not that common. At least in addressing the American market,
Right.
A Belgian pale is pretty uncommon. So we're talking about a pale, which is a super broad, super addressable space.
Yep.
It's you can
fruity,
configure it.
Somewhat fruity, easy drinking.
But it still has that Belgian yeast, so there's some strangeness in it.
Right.
Love it. So take a look at that.
Oh,
cheesy
Clark, that's a good way to look at it. A voice beer needs to be irresistible. Yeah.
Yeah, at some level. It's going to have to taste great. Oh my gosh. So look at these grains
Oh, yeah.
fattening up in there. It was already a heavy bin. You can just hear it. I mean, that pump is just moving it around.
Yeah.
That is going to be thick and rich. That's going to be like a syrup. Yeah, they just added a couple more of those non-alcoholic, like the modern take on non-alcoholic beers.
They're coming out everywhere now.
It's really interesting. These ones, it's not incline. This particular brand is clearly addressed to like hikers and like outdoor.
That makes sense.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you're not fuzzy.
Yeah.
You want to have it. You want the ritual. And it's a high energy.
And tastes good.
It's wheat.
Yeah.
Right? You want to engage in the ritual, but you don't necessarily want to be fuzzy on a mountain cliff.
Right.
Chainsaw Kraken, come now. Come now. I mean, beer works.
Thank you for the sub. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. It's number 42.
Piro, it's been a pleasure. We're glad to see you. Hopefully we can do some more work in the Eventide. Oh, Neekman, nothing would bring me more pleasure. We are moving into a Bene Gesserit theme. Currently, we are trying to choose the style. I think that they have agreed with us fundamentally that the strangeness of the Belgian yeast is going to offer. Hey, what? Ghostly?
Yes.
Did you vote for wheat beer?
No, I voted for a Goza.
Son of a bitch! It was triple tied.
Oh, you wicked beast.
Pat Barron, thank you.
No, it happened. Oh yeah, BC. I know. Mike has said that you're a complete murderer. He had very, very good things to say about your skills. Hey, now HP Behrman, I will tell you myself exactly what's going on. What the deuce goes?
What?
What? I literally saw it. And
I saw
hit
it. It
the
was like
button.
46% when you hit it.
It's too late.
You a combo Goza?
No,
No.
you savage.
You creatures. Run off. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, well, this is gonna be a quick beer. Goza and Belgian.
Yep, and then we'll have a chance to investigate the particulars of this. But where the Goza and Belgian? I mean, I would drink it, but I'm a weirdo. We drank failed beers. I mean, a couple times.
Knowledge. Make it good.
Bene Gesserit. Listen, I love the technology. I love the technology. But no, BC, Mike doesn't like anyone really. And he was impressed with the results. So one of these times we'll be able to get in there and go all the way in. Like we'll get the full stack in there and we'll go to work. It has kind of a war game feel.
Really?
Yeah, because when you spawn in, you don't spawn in alone. You spawn in with a squad you have leveled up and customized. And the rest of them are AI.
Oh.
Right? And so because they're AI, let's say that you die, you can hit Y at any time to switch to one of your other people, but you've configured each of them down to their jobs and equipment. It's crazy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm working on it. All right. My finger's on the trigger, you beasts. You wicked creatures.
Is it really 50-50?
You
Yep.
wicked
is.
creatures. You beasts. Just the way it goes. Chainsaw Kraken, you know that this is just more evidence for your wickedness, right? You know that this does not reflect on you well. All right.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's crack this nut open quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, let's get
Why
our.
you hate democracy? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Let me go into it. All right, so we should be
Are
able
we
to
doing
get
a Belgian pale?
Belgian Pale.
Okay.
We should be able to get all of our guardrails and some of our basics in here before we have to send over to Gunpla Zone.
Oh, we're gonna be fine. ABV, 4.8 to 5.5. So let's do 4.5, 5.5, 6. Because we're talking about the Bene Gesserit at this point, right? Oh no, this is the voice. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's specifically the voice.
So the lull is low and dulcet.
It's already
tones
happened.
And like
Exactly. So I
the
mean,
voice or the 6.0 is the entrancing.
ultimately, it's all of these at once, right? And that actually tracks with how they do it in the show.
Yeah.
So take a look at this. No, Lag Demon returns. That people engaging in ruffian behavior on this stream. Obviously, we love it. We think that it's totally fine. We think it is really cool. We are just glad that you are here. Bene and the Gesserit, you monster.
Wow, great. I love it.
Oh, yeah. This is very, very much a yes and channel. Yeah, and that ain't wrong, Ghost. Man, Future Hop is great.
I think it's fantastic.
I love Lotus.
Yeah.
Like I'm down to clown. I want to get my mitts on it.
Yeah, Voodoo Ranger did a hell of a job with this one.
It's sort of in that wood tier in terms of the
because
palate.
It's not like hit you in the face with vanilla, right? Like it's a
No, it's
subtle,
present,
yeah.
but it's along with these other things. I want to mess with that big time,
Yeah.
like in a pills. I want to take Lotus and do a pills.
Right.
Just have something that's
Well,
good,
you could
and
almost-
sweet and tart.
I just want to see what it's like in a smash, right?
Yep.
Like just to experience the hop itself.
Yeah, honestly, it might be worth doing that. It might be worth just doing a smash, like building one ourselves, letting that run, because we're always going to have new recipes. We've got a great backlog, right? We should grab that, do a smash with it, and then just use that as an opportunity to analyze it.
Yeah,
Because
just to understand it.
Pills isn't going to take forever. A pills is just going to do its work and get out.
Yeah. I think we're at 6.5.
6.5.
Okay, so color. Usually between 8 and 14 on the SRM scale. Let me bring that scale up for you. 8 and 14. So, God, how does this translate to the voice? Where do we want to go with this one, right? Like,
Obviously, spice is not outside the question.
no. Pale like the sand, yeah, but the voice is light like
Yeah, but the Bene
faded
Gesserit
black. That's
the
good.
Bene Gesserit is galactic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Yeah, they
I
are-
think honey is actually the operative here. Take a look at that 8.
Yeah.
Right.
Dark because it's hidden. That's a cool way to look at it, yeah. Wait, is Kelly Osbourne in the movie?
Is she? Yeah. Super Magic Box might be entertaining themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think that the honey is very interesting. As a
Yeah,
suggestion.
totally.
No, I keep going back to it. I think it's really good.
Oh, she was on The Voice. That's it.
Dorks. This is dork behavior.
No, I am all about this future hop. This is.
No.
Well,
That's
so what's
really
interesting is it's a rotating IPA series.
Yeah, because they're always, I mean, and certainly I can see this at my corner store.
Right.
They're always swapping something into their corner that they have on the
Yeah,
shelf.
I'm fascinated to see what they come out like if they are doing this as a rotation like this. Is
Chainsaw
pretty,
Kraken. I am sorry to do this, but the honey color means it's the Bene Gesserit.
chainsaw.
You add some honey to it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
honey is definitely a fermentable for sure.
Words.
we're going with an 8 on this one.
Yep.
So IBUs between 20 and 30. So this is not going to be high IBUs.
Just for the style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, we are sort of moving into the spice-inflected portion of this.
Mm-hmm.
The hop aspect is where we can add a lot of strangeness without things that aren't fermentables, without strange secondary additions. The hop is really going to be where we can pull in some otherworldly vibes, because it's bizarre. Like what you can pull off with a hop, especially in this style, against the backdrop of that Belgian yeast, what we can pull off with a hop is where we're going to get our weirdness.
Right.
And it's going to work at any scale, but that's going to be where that otherworldly note comes in, if we're doing things according to the basic laws. Ice Light. Now that is a cool handle. I support this handle.
Okay, 25.
They're
is it?
dialing it right in the middle.
Okay, so our first decisions are base malt. This is either going to be Pilsner or Munich.
Exactly.
So actually, you know what? We should decide if we want to put honey in this or not, because that's going to determine a base malt.
Well, I mean, and there's also a great honey malt.
Sure.
But yeah,
We could throw real honey in this.
actual honey as a fermentable, which I think is great in this style. Can you imagine that against the rest of the?
Yeah, no, sure. It's delightful.
Just go in for the theme, right?
Nice.
Honeyed words. Well, and listen, I mean, look, I love it for the vibe. Blah.
Thumb on that scale.
Well, maybe. Obviously, I think that honey is a great fermentable. We literally made a giant jug of
honey.
of mead,
Yeah.
right? Oh yeah, ice light. Have you ever seen one in real life? Have you ever seen glacial ice in real life?
It is a treasure trove of colors.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is. Golden Path, honey, like it's all here for us, right? Oh, it's 19-2. We're done here.
Okay, done. So then the way we want to look at this next vote of either Pilsner or Munich is Pilsner.
For base?
Yeah, for base. Pilsner's really going to let the honey and any other flavor do the addition that we do put in really do the talking. Where Munich's going to give us a more bready and thicker taste to go along with that.
Yeah, so
Pilsner might bring out the voice if you. Yeah.
now, the ice light for sure. It is magical. It is just, it's very, very strange to see that color as a naturally occurring phenomenon.
Oh, like the
That blue.
bluish hue, yeah.
It's just very, very weird.
Ellensburg blue. Have you seen the crystals? The Ellensburg blue crystals?
No,
It is
I don't even know what,
incredibly rare.
Like
and
our
it's-
Ellensburg?
Our Ellensburg has this specific crystal that has formed over millions of
oh
years.
yeah.
And it is phenomenal. It's this beautiful blue.
Dude, this is Brenna's thing.
Oh.
Washington State, like geologically,
Is
has got a
unbelievable.
lot for the rock enthusiast.
So I think I brought this up, and I think she watches him. Nick Zentner
Yeah.
is
Yeah, exactly.
a teacher over at UW.
Yeah. He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, but he got into YouTube because he was in the pandemic. He's like, I'm just going to do YouTube.
Yeah, and he's killing
And
it.
he's killing it.
They want the pills.
Okay.
This is going to be mwah.
Okay, so here's some cool stuff we can do. We can add roasted wheat to this.
Ooh. So offer a little bit of structure underneath the pills.
Or, yep, we could add a roasted wheat. We could do some crystal for a caramel flavor. Or we could do chocolate.
What was that first one?
Roasted wheat.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, roasted wheat is intense. In fact, I'm going to grab that real quick. I think I have a roasted wheat in here. Now I have a flaked wheat. I do not have a roasted wheat.
What's the chart say?
I could be wrong, I guess. Got a lot of flaked. Roasted wheat is pretty, it's not that common. I have roasted barley. I mean, I know what it would do, right? I know what it would do is it would offer something in a, it had wheat structure with a coffee note.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, chocolate is certainly one choice. I think that roasted wheat would offer that insistence, which I like.
But that wheat flavor that gives it
Yes.
that really nice, you know.
Yeah. Wheat expands on the palate. It fills the flavor profile, right? And crystal is going to be a sweet. It's going to be a rich, buttery sweet. Really? Oh, God, Gosh, are they making the bold choice?
This is interesting. This is a vote.
You know what? So before, when they were trying to balance it, I was enraged. But I might give it to them on this. Between crystal and roasted wheat, if we can get 2 secondary grains in there, I feel like that is a cool combo.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt anybody.
The bold choice is balance.
Yeah.
So you're saying, oh shit, you literally knocked it on 50-50.
Yeah. I just hit the button and it was 12 and 12.
What's our ABV again?
The ABV that we have chosen is 6.5.
Okay.
Right now, I need you to soft shoe.
All right.
Soft shoe. Just be cool. All right, Ghost, mute this.
You're gonna like just take it to the bathroom and have the mic on, bringing it back to like Naked Gun and
Too many beers.
that was a Naked Gun like. Okay, so we're doing roasted wheat, right? Do we remember what the can somebody tell me what our? Oh, I got it right here. Our SRM is 8. This is gonna be interesting. So roasted wheat has if you can see in the upper right corner, adding 1 pound blacks this thing out because it brings us down to a 47 SRM. Because roasted wheat has a 425 on the SRM scale. So we're gonna bring this down real light. We're gonna put, oh Jesus. And what was our ABV again? 5.5? 6.5?
6.5.
Great.
I think.
Okay, we're gonna add just a little bit of roasted wheat. Yeah. Remember, we're only doing, so we don't have to add a ton in for this to affect the taste because we're only doing 2.5 gallons. So we have to add some crystal, which we're gonna do a crystal 10. And we're not gonna do a pound. Maybe we'll do, yeah, there we go. All right, perfect. So let's talk about hops. With hops, what's the normal style for these? Oh, spalt hops, Sassy. What kind of hop flavors do we really want to go with? What is everybody thinking about all these flavors compared to the voice, right? Is it fruity, citrusy? Is kind of a neat idea if you're thinking about something that's intoxicating. No, we're not going Pyro. We're not going to go super hoppy, but we kind of want to figure out, what flavor profile of the hops we want. Like, like Chainsaw. Is it spicy? If it's the voice, and we're using honey, does that lead it to an herbal taste, right?
Exactly.
Which is real cool.
Yes, honey plus herbal, may we.
Yeah. So let's try an herbal. Ooh, I like Apollo would be fun. It's citrusy and herbally, right?
Yeah.
With some spice if you want to go that direction. We could do lemon drop with the honey. Like that sounds.
Oh, like a honey lemon tea.
Yeah. I'd say let's choose those two.
So lemon drop. Lemon drop against the rest of this background and the Belgian yeast.
Yeah.
That's good. So lemon drop. What was the other one?
Apollo. The hardcore would, if you're looking Ritz, if you're looking for a hardcore version, like that's Apollo. That would be that choice.
Yeah, just purely about intensity. It depends on which it depends on which side of the coin we want to focus on.
Blind
right?
Cleric, Voodoo sent us the Future Hop IPA,
Yeah.
and it's absolutely delicious.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm startled. We should crack the rest of these out. Ghost.
Drink them? Oh.
And drink them all today. No, we should crack the rest of them out and put them on the shelf over in the
Fridge?
in the kitchen,
Oh, yeah.
Will do.
so people can snatch it up. Where did the poll go? Oh, here. We'll go back to the stream.
Blind Cleric, this is not your standard IPA. There is no bitterness to this beer. It is all flavor, and very much. It's a pale and very light bodied with just delicious flavor to it. So don't be scared with the IPA handle.
No. And also, if IPAs are genuinely just
Oh, it gives you a headache. Okay. Yeah.
oh, if it gives you a headache, oh, it's got to be it's how your body processes it. Yeah. So Underdog, I think that's a great note. Obviously, we like that stuff, but in general, the New England style IPA or the hazy, as they're generally called out this way, those tend to be completely different on the palate.
Yeah.
They're much broader. They emphasize florals and fruits instead. There's a lot to like there. Yeah, if it's an allergic reaction, then it's purely about lupinoids or whatever those are called.
Wow, this is interesting. It's 50-50 again.
It is what it is. You know what we'll do? We'll do one for an aroma.
Yeah.
Let's do one for an aroma.
Apollo 1.
Oh, as soon as I clicked it, it was Apollo. I was like, hey, you know what? This is what it is. Sky Kraken is not a bad beer, Fat Baron, I don't think.
You know what? Fuck it. Here's what we're doing. What was
From
our
Fremont?
IBU?
The EBU, as they say, for this incredible product is 25.
Okay, so we're
Yeah, Proto, I don't know who Underdog is.
putting Apollo and Lemon Drop in this.
Yeah, in fact, all the water that we're going to use, Trance, is going to be reclaimed from our own bodies. Me, Ghostly, Eric, we're all going to pool, if you will, some incredible products.
All right, we're gonna do the Belgian. I'm just gonna pick the yeast.
Yeah.
So everybody get their names going.
Oh yeah, names. Let's do it. So Bene Gesserit product names. Let's hit it. Well, 'cause we already determined it's a Belgian pale, so we're good. Bene Gesserit doesn't work, Chainsaw Kraken. Selective brooding. That's some nerd shit for sure. Bene Gesserits.
Jesus.
Golden Path. Love it, Magic 8 Ball. Honeyed Words. I think that we might have used it before, but I'm willing to overdo it. It's like in The Simpsons. They say that if the writers of The Simpsons are like, if we haven't used a joke in 10 years, it's ready to go. Let's just bring it back.
Bring it back.
Mike is always telling me this. He's like, I'm like, we've used this joke. And he's like, it's been 10 years. Croissant's headache.
Wow. Power word drink. Yeah, there you go.
That's great. All right. Oh, yeah, honestly, Fade,
Yeah.
drink this beer is legitimately good.
Yeah, because it's the voice.
Melon, exactly right. Here, we got a heap of them here. Let's get this popping, and then let's send you right over to Mike. Truth Seer, love it. Love it. Now, as soon as we get this done, I'm gonna hit this button We're going to send it over to my good friend, Mike Rohlik. Now, Ghostly, do you know how to help us seize the machinery of the universe?
I do.
And do the transition?
Oh, sure.
You're the best. Oh, chainsaw, obviously. 100%. Yeah, see, Magic 8 Ball, I'm quite impressed. I think it's very, very good. And with a score double that of its closest competitor, I think we have to call it Drink This Beer. You can also see it. For me, the right name has to be something you can see right on the side of the can.
Yeah, totally.
Drink This Beer. Exquisite. Excellent work. Voodoo Ranger, thank you so much for the Future Hop. Really, really nice. Take a look in your grocer's zone for this incredible product. And now I'm going to send you over to my friend Mike. He is doing, he's going to build some Gunpla for your amusement and enjoyment. That is, of course, an ACES sponsored stream. We're overjoyed to have them on board.